Thank you for your patience. So welcome everybody. I'm Sue Cooper. I'm based in Nottingham, England. I think I'm like us all, a person of the world. So it's living locally, thinking locally, but also acting globally. It's the most wonderful time at the moment. It's a difficult time in terms of being locked in, or cocooned as we like to call it. However, there are some benefits to this because we've been able to meet each other, which we probably wouldn't have had an opportunity to do in the same way over this period. So I am the founder of MOMM, Moments of Mass Mindfulness. And MOMM is, the aim of MOMM is co-creating compassionate communities. Communities within our own local community and also radiating out around the world. So by putting where you live into the chat enables us to see, as we're moving forward over the next 13 days, might you be interested in this call to action? It's what we called care in action or love in action, so that when we come back out into the world again, to be able to meet like-hearted and like-minded people who are interested in a more expansive way of being would be absolutely incredible. So let's just see where this takes us. So tonight I am dedicating this to everybody in the room, but also to John Lennon. Being a child of the 60s, maybe a little bit before that, the Beatles had a huge impact on my life. And as the crow flew, I lived about 25 miles away from where the Mersey beat was happening. And I know there are some people from Liverpool on the call tonight. One of John Lennon's quotes, which really resonated, was, "Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans." And if we think about mindfulness and how mindfulness impacts us, what we're looking for here is we become very active in the past, memories. We become very anxious, I would suggest, of this uncertain future. So bringing ourselves into this present moment, allaying our fears, because fears are real, and moving into a space of safety. So the word today, because each day we're having a word, and the word today is fears. And if we reconfigure that word fears, the same letters turn into safer. So we're moving from fears into the heart, into this place of courage, and then moving into a safer spot. And from here, when we move into the heart, we are able to resonate on a quite a higher level, and then moving into a more coherent place, because we'll be doing a mindfulness breathing, maybe moving up towards the throat and giving voice to what it is that we want to express in our own life. And then we will move after this into conversation. So shall we begin? Because this is what we come here to do. We come here to enjoy the practice. So I would invite you now to move into a place where you find comfort. And we always say comfort is key, and remembering that well-being, well means comfort, and being means being in the moment, and being passionate about healthcare and self-care, being able to bring ourselves into comfort in the moment is where we start to thrive. So let's find that place, and I invite you to close your eyes if you should like to do that, or simply lower your gaze. And we want to move very gently into a place in the here and now. So let me guide you. And to start with, in our dedication to all of us and to John Lennon, I'd like to read you some beautiful words on love. And I think of this as moving from head to heart. There are two basic motivation forces, fear and love. When we're afraid, we pull back from life. When we are in love, we open to all that life has to offer with passion, excitement, and acceptance. We need to learn to love ourselves first, in all our glory and our imperfections. If we cannot love ourselves, we cannot fully open to our ability to love others or our potential to create. Evolution and all hopes for a better world rests in the fearlessness and open-hearted vision of people who embrace life. So letting that embed just for a moment, I invite you to simply connect with the natural breath. Notice as your eyes are closed, we've moved from our major sense of sight, where we navigate the external world, into the inner world. Into the inner world where peace resides. So connecting with the breath. And I invite you to connect with the breath entering the body through the nose, if, again, this feels comfortable in the moment for you. Feel the breath enter and leave the nose. It's a natural breath. And as we connect with our breath, we may well become aware of the chattering mind. We're not looking to stop our thoughts, we're acknowledging the thoughts, but with this focused awareness, bringing our attention back to the focus of awareness, which is the breath. This is a gentle practice, being kind to ourselves as we move from head to heart. So notice any sounds in the environment, maybe the external environment outside your walls, outside your window. Expand your hearing. And then gently bring your attention into the room and any sounds within your room, welcome them. And then into the body, maybe through hearing the breath. Maybe sounds within the body. Welcome all sounds. Sounds is never a barrier to meditation. As long as you feel safe. And in this space, as we co-create, we create a safe space in which to be. So let's move into a gentle body scan. Finding safety and comfort within the body, the mind will automatically move into a place of peace and calm. So let's take our attention to the top of the head, releasing the scalp, relaxing the forehead and the eyes. Relax the cheeks and reconnect with the natural, gentle flow of the breath entering and leaving the nose. Bring your attention to your mouth and release the teeth, relaxing the jaw and taking the tip of the tongue forward to gently rest behind the upper front teeth. Rest within this breath. The whole face is relaxed. And I invite you to take the chin down just a little to feel a gentle stretch in the back of the neck. Releasing the nerve pathways. Relaxing consciously the shoulders down. And moving your shoulders back just a little to expand the area around the whole of the front of the chest. And with your attention in this space of the chest, feel the heart space, the whole of the chest area rise on each in-breath and fall on each out-breath. Your body's starting to relax. Your mind will be starting to settle just a little, bringing this pointed attention to the focus of the rise of the chest and the fall as you breathe in and out. Move your attention down your arms, the top of the arms, the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists and into the hands. And I invite you to notice the position of your hands, feeling the comfort of the hands resting on the lap. And in this space, feel the life force, the tingle, the pulsating within the palms of the hands and within the fingers. Rest in the awareness. The whole system is gently moving into a place of calm. So let's move our attention now back to the chest. Notice the rhythmic flow of the breath. However it's flowing, we simply notice. We take our attention round to the upper back and we notice the breath entering and expanding the back of the chest. Very gentle, very subtle. Relaxing the back down to the mid-back and the lower back. Simply noticing your position, that your back's in alignment. And move your attention around now to the belly, just above the navel, relax and below the navel. And it may be that you can feel the gentle flow of the in and the out breath within this area. Relax it a little more. Moving down to the area of the sacrum, the pelvis, the hips. Breathe into this area and then relax a little more. You may feel that your legs move out naturally. The area of the seat and the upper legs. Breathe into this space. Make it a gentle flow breath. And on the out breath, release the legs a little more. The knees, the lower legs, the shins and the calves, the ankles, and into the heel of each foot resting on the earth, the sole of each foot resting on the earth, and the toes. Maybe lift the toes and then gently press them down on Mother Earth. And in this place of centered calm, feel the feeling of gratitude for our feet resting on Mother Earth. It may be with your attention on your feet, you can feel the life force, the pulsating as you rest upon the earth which is alive. As your feet touch the floor. Wherever you are, feel the feelings within the body. Feel what is arising for you at this moment. Without judgment, just notice if there is a sensation or a feeling or a thought that's arising. Or it may be that you're in this calm flow. However you are in this moment is exactly where you should be. We are just noticing. Accepting everything that comes forward. Now bringing your attention from your feet back up the legs, all the way up the body into the heart space. And feel it rise and fall with a very gentle in and out breath. This is a seat of courage. In this place, I'd like you to consider evoking the image of someone who really loves you. It may be a person, it may be a pet, it may be someone who's alive or who's passed. Somebody who really, really loves you. Feel the feeling of being loved. Maybe extend the shoulders back and expand the heart space even more if that feels comfortable for you. Feel that expansion. And then let that image of that person or pet or being slowly fade. And then evoke an image of someone who you really love or something. A person, a place, a pet. Generate the feeling of love for another. Feel the natural expanse. And as you generate this is love. This is the energy of love in action. So let the image go, but stay with the feeling. Feel that expanded state of care for another, care for yourself, which manifests in compassion. Stay with this feeling and connecting with the breath. Breathe in this feeling of love to yourself, expand. And then on the out breath, breathe it out to everybody in this beautiful Zoom space, this community, and breathe it back into yourself, this feeling of care and compassion, love in action. Breathe out to others within this space, back into yourself. Feel the feelings. Let that flow for a few moments. And take it wider to the place where you live, where you reside. Expand the feeling of compassion within your community. And then breathe it back into yourself, this feeling of love. Flowing in and out. So bringing this feeling back into yourself, maintaining that feeling of love. Let's move into a silent practice for the next 3 minutes. And if you wish to use a mantra, a mind vehicle, something to anchor your practice, I suggest you use the mantra, I am love. Or if you prefer to simply flow the breath. So I'll watch the time, I am love. And then after 3 minutes, we'll come back again. letting the mantra go. Simply rest in awareness for a few more moments. So in this safe space, this space of coherence, I invite you to silently say a few affirmations to yourself, silently repeating the resonance of these words. Let me guide you. I am peace. I am free. I am wise. I am love. I am compassionate. I care. I belong. Stay with the resonance of this higher vibration of care, compassion, and belonging. Let's let all that go. And we're going to start gently energizing ourselves. But before we do, notice how you're feeling. This is a science, your own inner experience. Notice if the mind has settled a little, if the body feels comfort. If you are present right here, right now. So let's start to energize ourselves. Firstly, gently press your feet into the floor to feel that sense of earth, of groundedness. Maybe wiggle the toes as well. Wiggling the fingers. Wiggling the fingers, and maybe taking the shoulders up and then the shoulders down. Taking the shoulders back a bit. And then rubbing the hands together. Let's start to energize. Let's start to shake off anything. Keep your eyes closed. Just shake off anything that you want to release from your body now. So maybe rubbing your hands, shaking your wrists. Be gentle though, because we've been still for a little while. Just be very gentle. Maybe rub the face, the head, the neck. This is self-care. Be very kind to yourself, energizing the body, maybe the shoulders, maybe the arms, the hands, maybe the heart space, maybe the back, maybe all the way down the legs. And as you go, be mindful of you rubbing and being kind to yourself, energizing. Not only are we moving into coherence, but we're moving into super coherence because we are becoming mindful of how we feel and being able to energize ourselves at any time. So eyes are still closed. I invite you on your next mindful breath to take your arms up and have a really, really good stretch. We call it temple pose, taking the hands together at the top, breathing in, big stretch, and then down, and take your hands to prayer position. Should we do this again? Maybe spread your wings this time and really spread out. So breathing in, it's a mindful movement. Take your arms out wide, maybe your legs out wide, however feels good for you, but be careful you don't overstretch, like an angel wings, and then wrapping your arms around you, giving yourself this beautiful embrace for not only coming today for some self-care, but to bring yourself, your whole self here. So let's take our hands back into prayer position. And then lower the head. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. And then when you're ready, and we can take as long as we want for this, I invite you to slowly open your eyes, looking down at your hands. And then up to greet each other with a smile and a namaste. I see the light in you, and you see the light in me, or something along those lines. So I hope everybody feels okay. I'd like to just finish with a quote before we stop the recording, which is from Deepak Chopra, my teacher, Susie's teacher, and many teachers who are present today. And in the essence of the Beatles and John Lennon, they were all part of the Maharishi group. So I'm still staying with the flow. But Deepak says, if you restore balance in your own self, you will be contributing immensely to the healing of the world. So bringing ourselves first into balance, because we can't change anybody else, we know that, but we can change our reaction to one of response. And when we move into the heart space and bring in feelings of love and appreciation and gratitude, we really raise our own energy and vibration, as we did yesterday with Susie, with moving into courage. And then we can move into the voice. And this is what we'll do in a moment. Give voice to how you feel and what this community means to you, and anything you want to share. So we'll stop the recording. In fact, I think I can probably do that.